Everyone, parents and students, this is Mr. Fink. I will be your son or daughter's English teacher this year for ninth grade. Just wanted to quick introduce myself and let you put a face to a name. Just give you a little bit of idea of what these first 14 days of school where we are all remote are going to look like. Also want to pass along a few tips that I'm going to try to follow as we go through this first 14 days. So the first thing I want everyone to understand, parents, students, and also I have to do this for myself, is that we will make mistakes. I will make mistakes. You will make mistakes. Certain things will get in the way. We'll have issues with technology or slow internet or whatever it might be. We are going to embrace those. We're going to embrace the mistakes. It's not a big deal. This is a learning process for all of us. So we just have to kind of roll with it. And I will definitely be rolling with it. And we'll go from there. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not communication, because that's one of the things I think is really key, is communicating. So if something goes wrong, you can't just ignore it. You can't just put it off. You have to let me know. I'm really flexible. I definitely will be even more flexible in these first 14 days, but you just have to communicate that with me. Some other things that I'm going to do, and I would suggest that you do as well, treat this like a normal school day. Sounds kind of silly, but get dressed out of your pajamas, take a shower, brush your teeth, that kind of thing. Eat something. Whether you're eating while you're listening to me talk, have some breakfast. Because, in 14 school days, when we go back on the 29th, it's going to be a shock if you all of a sudden have to transition into, okay, now I'm in school mode. So treat this like school, because it is school. Also, make sure that if you have a laptop, make sure that laptop battery is charged, or that you're sitting near an outlet. If you have Bluetooth headphones, make sure those are charged. If you use a mouse like I do, because I'm old school, make sure if that's wireless that has batteries that work. Try to eliminate all those distractions, those things that could get in your way. Go to the bathroom, have water next to you, go to a quiet place, a place where you can go day after day after day that's consistent. Make sure you have a pencil. Make sure you have a piece of paper. I probably won't do a ton with pencil and paper right away, but just to have those things available so you don't have to run and go get them is going to be beneficial. We're also going to talk about organizing our digital space. That's one of the first things that we're going to do. Using Google Drive is really going to be a huge thing that we're going to use this year. And if that's not organized, then you're not going to be able to find stuff. So that's one of the things that I, as an English teacher, are going to be working with you. A little bit, with when it transitions over, some of you will be coming Monday, Tuesday. Some of you will be coming Thursday, Friday. Others I will only see virtually. And that's obviously going to be an adjustment as well. These first 14 days are an adjustment, and those are an adjustment as well. And on top of that, you're also new to the school building. So I understand all of that is going to be a learning curve for you guys. But hopefully with my help and the rest of your teachers, as well as your ROC ambassadors, which are the older students that are going to help you kind of go through this transition process, we're all going to make this as seamless as possible and as stress-free as possible. This is obviously a different environment for all of us, but I think we're all going to be fine, and we will get through this together. The last thing I wanted to show you is the schedule, what they're calling the Bell schedule for the first 14 days. I will put it up on my Canvas page just so you have that as a reference, but I will put it on the screen right now. The times are very weird. You'll get used to that. They tried to keep it as close to the actual Bell schedule as possible, but they are kind of wonky times. So I'll put that up in a second, and that'll pretty much be it for me. Okay, so here is the Bell schedule for the first 14 days of school. As you can see at the top, it does say that each class period is about 20 to 30 minutes, as I covered it up right there, 20 to 30 minutes of synchronous instruction, and the remainder of the time is asynchronous time. So what I'm going to try to have you guys do is to connect with me and log in at the beginning of the time period. Okay, so for instance, if you're in first period, like a handful of you are, around 7:30, I'll probably be on from about 7:30 to say about 8 o'clock, give or take. We'll have class time where you can ask me questions. I might be explaining something. And then from about 8 o'clock till about 8:30, you'll have time to work on something independently. It might be an activity. I might ask you to post something, to read something, whatever it might be. It's going to look a lot like normal classes, but it's obviously just going to be all completely online. Then you have a little 5-minute break, and then you'll go to your second period class. Then you have a time, and obviously this will not be true when we actually are in the classroom, but there's a time about 15 minutes or so from 9:30 to 9:45, which is a screen break. Then you'll go to third, fourth, fifth, sixth, which again is new for you guys. But some people have fourth lunch, some people have fifth lunch, some people have sixth, some people have seventh, some people have eighth. So you can see in that time period right there that these classes right here are combined. Okay, so if you have sixth period lunch, it doesn't matter. You're going to have lunch this time. Okay, if you have fifth period lunch, it doesn't matter. You're going to have lunch this time right here. Okay, then you have sixth, seventh, and eighth. That'll be this time here. And then finally ninth. At the very bottom, it says clinic as communicated by classroom teacher. I'm going to try to set up a virtual clinic if you need it. I don't know how much help you're going to need in the first 14 days of school virtually, but I'm going to try to set something up where you can make an appointment with me through Canvas and get that any help that you might need with any of the stuff for the first 14 days while we are all virtual. So I just want to give that to you so you have it. Again, no need to take a screenshot. Don't need to take a picture of it. I will post that in Canvas. It'll probably be the very, very top, just so everybody can reference that and you can see that throughout the time that we are together, the first 14 days. Again, I'm really looking forward to meeting you, whether virtually or in person. Parents, look forward to seeing you at some version of Back to School Night that we are going to be working out soon. And I look forward to being your teacher for the rest of the school year. Thanks so much.